Good evening, my friends. Welcome to Hilbert's Laboratory, the Ghost Story Room.
Today I want to tell you about the only haunted incident acknowledged by the Hong Kong government, the famous Hong Kong New Territories Ghost Ordering Incident. In December 1989, in Tai Po Tin, let's call it TAMP to make our life easier, North District, New Territories, Hong Kong. At that time, TAMP was a beautiful place with green farmland and close to Shenzhen. It was a quiet place in a bustling city. Here, there is a tea restaurant called Chow Yong Ji. Let's call the restaurant gyms like other tea restaurants. It sells egg noodles, rice rolls, fried rice, egg tarts, etc. on weekdays, and often delivers takeout. On this day, a waiter at Jim's received a call for an order, asking for egg rice with a base, beef noodles, etc., and asked to be delivered to a unit in Shishio Garden Villa on the west side of TAMP. The amount of food ordered looked like it was for 3 or 4 people. The waiter packed the meal and rode to Shishio Garden. When he arrived at the villa, the waiter rang the doorbell for a long time, but no one came to open the door. He shouted, "Delivery man," through the door, and the door opened a little. Someone handed out money through the crack and said to leave the takeout at the door. The waiter muttered in his heart that this family was really strange, but he didn't think much about it. He took the money and went back to the tea restaurant. However, something strange happened that night. When the boss was counting the accounts for the day, he found a few ghost money in the cash box. The boss thought that the waiter had stolen the money and called all the staff to inquire, but no one knew the origin of the ghost money. The next day, the tea restaurant received another takeaway call from the same address, still Shishio Garden, ordering beef noodles and barbecued pork rice, etc. The delivery waiter also put the takeaway at the door, took the money from the crack in the door and left. As a result, when the boss was cleaning the accounts at night, he found ghost money again. The boss felt that the matter was not simple. If the waiter was greedy for money, why would he use ghost money to exchange for money? He began to ask if there were any strange things happening recently, and the staff mentioned that the family in Shishio Garden always ordered strange meals every time. On the third day, the phone rang again. The boss decided to deliver the meal himself. After he arrived at Shishio Garden, he knocked on the door and someone handed out the money. The boss wanted to see what the other party looked like, but there was no light in the house and the door was opened very small, so he couldn't see anyone at all. After confirming that the money received was in Hong Kong dollars, the boss put down the takeaway and returned to Jim's. He was more careful and put the money in a separate compartment of the cash box. When counting the accounts at night, he found that the money that was placed separately had become ghost money. The boss was terrified and quickly called the police. After receiving the report, the police quickly launched an investigation and sent people to the house where the meal was ordered in Shishio Garden. After knocking on the door, no one answered. After breaking into the house, they found 4 bodies, all collapsed in the living room. According to the degree of decay of the bodies, they had been dead for many days. The police cordoned off the scene. During the investigation, the neighbors reported that they heard the sound of playing mahjong next door every night. Although they did not hear any talking, the sound of shuffling cards was very clear in the middle of the night. After the forensic autopsy of the body, it was found that the time of death was more than a week, but there was fresh food in the stomach that could not be digested for no more than 1 to 2 days. This was the takeaway ordered from Jim's. In addition, the fingerprints of the 2 deceased were found on the ghost money received in the tea restaurant. The nearby villagers invited a master to check the feng shui of this room. Feng shui is just an Eastern superstition that believes that a house should be built in a certain location to bring good luck. But there is no scientific basis for this, so you can just take it as a joke. The master said that the door of this unit faces northeast, and the air rushes to the ghost gate, and the dark air is extremely heavy. When death occurs, it rushes to the evil spirit, causing the soul to be unable to leave and think that it is still in the world. After the police broke into the house, they broke the Chi Rush field and the dead soul was freed. The police investigation report shows that the real cause of death of the 4 people was poisoning and death due to carbon monoxide produced by burning charcoal after playing mahjong. This incident was reported by major media and became one of the supernatural events recognized by the Hong Kong government. After listening to it, do you feel a chill? But did this incident really happen? Let's look at the place where the incident happened. Tamp Village is indeed in Ta Kwoling, North New Territories, but no relevant information can be found when searching for Jim's Tea Restaurant. There is no Jim's Tea Restaurant on the map, which means that at least there is no such tea restaurant now. Let's talk about Shishio Garden Villa Village, which is also not found. If this tea restaurant and supernatural events are so well known, there should be some clues on the internet, such as the location or photos of the restaurant, but there are none. In addition, the first report on the supernatural events in the tea restaurant in North New Territories was a magazine, which used simplified Chinese characters and was probably a domestic magazine. Later, some Taiwanese TV media made a TV program based on this article, and the incident spread from then on. But from beginning to end, this incident had nothing to do with the Hong Kong government. The earliest source of this story was the special ghost talk area in a Chinese internet community called End of the Sky. An author named Lyndhurst Street Cousin published the novel Haunted Police Station, 10 Years of Experience of Hong Kong Police, in which the supernatural events in the tea restaurant in the New Territories North is the 6th chapter, published on June 8, 2009. The author said that the novel was adapted from his own real experience, but its authenticity could not be confirmed. Another similar story is the Headless Mahjong incident in Yau Ma Tei, Hong Kong. In 2007, an article titled "The Biggest Haunted Event in Hong Kong History" appeared on a forum in Hong Kong, telling the story of a supernatural event that occurred in a building in an area called Yau Ma Tei more than 40 years ago, and the police even dispatched an armored vehicle. This is very similar to the supernatural event in the tea restaurant in the New Territories North, and it may be that the latter was adapted from the former. The Commercial Daily reported the Yau Ma Tei incident on March 6, 1953. Although the report was different from the rumors, it did attract a large number of people to watch. The newspapers clarified that this was a rumor, but due to a long time, the truth can no longer be verified. Therefore, whether it is the supernatural incident in the tea restaurant in the New Territories North or the Headless Mahjong incident in Yau Ma Tei, the only thing that can be confirmed is that on March 5, 1953, Hong Kong people did gather around a building on Nathan Road. As for the legendary supernatural incident, it may just be a rumor that was exaggerated and spread.